Hi guys, time for another video, I guess. Today we're going to do the Aquaman missions. So you will probably see by the end of the video a Wolverine Aquaman fight, maybe, unless somehow we don't go that far. Oh, we sold one of our items. We did put up for sale for $1,000. That's always good. So the Aquaman mission is in Metropolis, but well, that's probably. So essentially, we're going to start the fish food quest chain, which should end with a battle between Aquaman and the Wolverine. So I guess we'll have to wait and see for that. So where's the best? Uh, yeah, let's go there, I guess, suppose. I'll take a few seconds just to put the game back full screen. Just give me a few seconds, guys. There we go. Much better this way. Yeah, completely the wrong place. Oh well. I guess I still don't know where all the locations are yet, which is no big deal. We'll just enjoy the scenery while we travel towards our mission. So we're level 25 now. We should be level 30 fairly soon. Essentially, there's the Aquaman missions left, and there's some Spectre missions left to do, and there's probably another chain of quests that I'm forgetting about right now. Probably the zombies in Gotham. So I assume after this we'll probably go kill some zombies in Gotham, and then we'll come back to Metropolis for some missions that have to do with the Spectre. Essentially, it's pretty much how it goes. A bunch of missions to Gotham, a bunch of missions to Metropolis, a bunch of missions to Gotham. So you go back and forth like that. So odds are the next quest, the next chain of quests will be in Gotham. Oh, let's see. Overall, the devs did a pretty good job with Metropolis. You can see it's a pretty big place. They may have gone overboard a bit with some of the buildings that are maybe a little too high, but it's okay. And we can see Striker Island at the end of the map. At least the maps for the two city for Gotham and Metropolis are pretty big. I wish we could have had a map this big for Central City and Coast City. Although in this version, in this universe online, they made it so that Coast City was destroyed, following some of the canon of the DC Comics. So,
Welcome, warrior. We will need your skills in this fight.
And
The
so was
Atlanteans are
Bloodhaven
invading and
too.
turning
They essentially
innocents into
they
water-breathing slaves. We must find Aquaman and end this unjustified attack. Until then, act with force. Push them back and free the enslaved humans.
essentially they included the events from Final Crisis, where Infinite Crisis, sorry, where Bloodhaven literally gets destroyed. Oh, I forgot. Let's go DPS.
Someone, please help!
I was afraid I'd be their slave forever.
I'll probably stick to playing DPS when I play solo, and I'll probably play as a troll only when I'm with a group. I'll play it by ear, I guess.
And the dark world chained to Atlantis was severed, burying the city beneath the waves.
Ages ago, I used to play always as a troll. No matter if I was playing solo with a group, I would always play as a troll because the essentially as a DPS, I would always run out of power, and the power didn't regenerate all that fast. So I used to prefer to run as a troll so that I would essentially never run out of power. My power bar would refill pretty quick, and I would cast a lot of powers that way. Always having power made it so that I could pretty much cast powers pretty much as I wanted. Sadly, as a DPS in the past, my power bar would drain pretty quick, so I couldn't really cast as many powers as I wanted. But now that they've added things like the advanced mechanic, or the awesome mechanic as it's called sometimes, since they added the advanced mechanic, running out of power as a DPS is no longer a problem unless you really cannot manage your power properly. Then yeah, okay, it may be a bit of a problem. But if you can manage your power just a bit, you'll never run out of power as a DPS.
You need to stop them before they turn the whole city.
The only drawback is that usually I don't have DPS gear. I'll build the gear for my role first, so that when I'm in a group I can actually play my role. So I'll build my controller gear first, or if I'm a healer, my healer gear first. So usually I don't have a DPS gear. So when I play DPS, what I end up doing is that I'll play DPS but with controller gear or with healer gear. It doesn't work as well as if I had DPS gear, but it's better than the alternative. Already you need like one set of gear for PvE, one set of gear for PvP, and then even in PvE you need one set of DPS gear and one set of, let's say, controller gear. So that makes a lot of gear to gather, but also even worse, that means a lot of exobits. You'll need lots and lots of exobits to mod all that gear, and it's just not doable. And before you could buy exobit mods fairly cheap, and sadly they've changed that. So first getting all the gear for all the roles, and then also all the PvE and PvP, it's getting too difficult. And modding, putting exobit mods in that gear, it's getting way too difficult. So what I pretty much do now is that I'll I'll play. I'll just collect one set of gear, and I'll play DPS and controller with that very same set. Yes, it means that I probably
You need to
won't
stop them.
won't do as much damage as I should as a DPS.
How did
But
they
it
do that to
the
me?
alternative
And I was afraid I'd be their slave
it's not
forever.
possible. There's just, especially if you're like me and you like playing multiple characters, it, there's no way you can gear up and mod all that gear for all those characters. So you end up having to make a choice,
You
and
need to stop them before they turn the
one of the choices is I only have the top gear on a few characters, and I only have the top mods on like maybe three characters. All the other characters will have either they'll have no mods at all, or they'll have better mods, and that's it.
How did they do that to me? And
Because
why?
there's just no way. There's already this game wasn't that friendly with alternate characters, and now it's even worse since Game Update 47. It's having alternate
I
characters
was
is
afraid
much
I'd
more
be their
difficult.
slave forever.
They've made a few things easier to get early on in the game. Like in the past, you couldn't really have most of the mainframe until you were level 30. Now, since you
I was
gather
afraid I'd be their slave
marks of
forever.
victory as you level up, like as you saw, I already have I already have the backups.
Someone, please help!
The Atlanteans are an ancient magical civilization, and they've always sneered at us
Let's
dry
go assign our
landers.
points
They've never
and
invaded
conclude our
before.
missions. So fish food, the first step of fish food is done. So let's see if we have the second step. Fish out of water is the next step.
The Atlanteans are teleporting via magical
And we
tide
did get
pools
a
further
belt,
into suicide
and it's a good
slums.
belt, so let's equip
Shut
that
down their
right away.
reinforcements and restore their kidnapped victims before the
And
tide
that
takes them all.
seems to be it for now. And what did we got a PowerPoint. Well, let's go into nah. Well, let's see if we cannot take something much better. Should I go for the let's go for the gas grenade. Yeah, like remember when I mentioned power interactions? So essentially, if I have, let's say, the gas grenade and electrified some enemies, and then throw the napalm grenade, there should be some power interactions between the two, since that napalm grenade, if I remember correctly, it said that it has some power interactions when the target is already electrified. So essentially, if the target is already electrified, it will take extra damage. So if I get the gas grenade electrifies enemies. So you throw the gas grenade, the enemy is electrified, and then you throw in the napalm grenade, and the enemy will get extra damage. And essentially, if I could make a loop where, oh, wrong place. Come on. If I could make a loop where the gas grenade, essentially the gas grenade does extra damage to frostbitten enemies. Not sure if I have anything that does any frost. No. Okay, yeah. So I could have, let's say, the cryo field, make the enemy frostbitten. Then I could throw in the gas grenade, making the enemy get additional damage because it's frostbitten. Then do the napalm grenade, causing extra damage because the enemy is electrified. And if it's still frostbitten, I'm not sure if it does both. Probably it does one or the other. So, and then since the enemy is burning from my napalm grenade, I do cryo field again, and like I could do essentially an infinite loop like that. The same with the cryo foam. So I could have a loop where I cast one power, then the next power, then the next power, and each power does extra damage because of the previous power. So there's usually a side. Oh, I heard something. There's usually a side quest somewhere here, so let's try and find it. Where is? There it is. Now let's try to find the side quest if there actually is one. I guess not. No side quest. No side quest for you. It's okay. We have plenty of quests anyways. So let's start over here. I usually start on the edge of an area so that I don't get overwhelmed with too many enemies. So that way I can pretty much select the enemies. I can pretty much attack the enemies a few at a times. One thing you often see is players who will pull too many enemies. And like as a rule in most missions, when you're pretty much at level, the enemies will be tough, but won't be too tough. Unless, of course, you end up attracting way too many of them. So if you take like these fish people, if we fight them a few at a time, it's not a big deal. But if we attract 5, 6, 12 of them at once, then we're in trouble. Some are a bit tougher than the others, like the tiger sharks are the toughest ones.
Slaves soon.
I don't know if because they're fish people, if they I'm not sure if they're more vulnerable to fire or not. Probably not. Although it would make some sort of sense.
Be destroyed with the rest of the Drylanders.
It's very easy at this game to mess up and to attract a lot more enemies than you want to. But if you're just a bit extra careful, it shouldn't happen too often.
I'm not afraid of you. I hope the heroes kick your ass.
This Drylander must want to volunteer for the transformation.
And you saw the effect of our powerful knee attack. I love this attack. It's not that powerful, but it's fun. Whenever I see whenever I do this attack, the knee attack, and I see the enemy flying in the air, it gives me a smile.
Our ritual has already begun.
Not sure why.
You cannot stop it.
Feel the might of Atlantis!
Essentially, it's an attack that I started using with Batman and Legend matches. As soon as I could, I bought the Batman Legend, the future Batman, because I hated using Robin. As a hero, when you start doing Legend matches, by default, the character you have access to is Robin, and I hated using him.
Can always use a Drylander slave.
So at the first opportunity, I used Batman, and the knee attack is one of the attacks I started using. There's many reasons behind that. One of those reasons is that in PvP, sometimes the reaction time of the enemy can be pretty quick.
Your interference will not stop us.
So you often in PvP you don't have the chance to do combos that require too many moves. But the knee attack was the perfect combo. It was quick enough that you could easily use it in PvP, as opposed to the other combos, which will take many moves sometimes. So in PvP, at least at some point, it was pretty easy to surprise your opponent with a knee to the jaw and send him flying in the air. And it was pretty cool. We need just one more. There we go. So now let's use our stealth a bit. I don't think they're going to attack us, but you never know. So what do you know? They did attack. Okay, I guess we have to defeat this little guy. Guess he really did not want us to mess up his ceremony. There we go. We'll get our point.
Blonde hair and blue eyes. By these signs.
So we have 3 ceremonies to interrupt like that.
Telepath.
Like as you saw, it's pretty. That's one of the advantages of the acrobat, is fairly easy to kite and run away from enemies. Like all you need is a building nearby, and you can propulse yourself towards that building with the grappling hook. And there's not much, not many enemy who can stop you when you do that. So you grapple to the nearest building, and then you grapple to the top of the building, and you've lost most enemies.
Lead a race of proud Atlanteans, but invading Metropolis seems a bit drastic.
So we have to complete the mission, and we're getting the next chain quest.
Aquaman will not answer my hails. I fear the worst. He would never condone this invasion.
There's usually a quest giver around here. Oh, there he is. Oopsie.
The Atlanteans have planted magical artifacts along the docks that enable them to breathe on land. If we destroy them, we can force...
So we have those artifacts to destroy. We have those stones. and we have some slavers to defeat. And so, as usual, there's a handful of quests in this area.
Seize the Drylander!
What did they make me do?
Is a Drylander slave?
And as you can see, there's a timer. As soon as we start attacking the Atlantean, a timer appears on the rock. So we have to hurry up to defeat him to destroy the rock, or we just don't defeat him. We destroy the rock first, and then we defeat the Atlantean. Either is good.
Seize the Drylander!
As you saw, I attacked the rock, and now I can attack the fish guy. I may have mentioned before how I'm not really an Aquaman fan. To me, he's the guy who talks to fish. Essentially a lamer version of Namor the Submariner.
Long have the Atlanteans made use of power crystals in their magics.
You will all be slaves soon.
I think we made a friend. So let's see how long he's going to follow us.
Are you so eager to be enslaved?
Thanks! But why is Aquaman making an army of slaves?
You are too late! All will soon be underwater as it was meant to be.
I wonder why my health was going down so fast. There were a few nasty fish people attacking me that I didn't see. See, that's a bit what I mentioned. This is what happens when you attract too many enemies. Makes the fight a bit harder. It's not a big deal, but I had to use a cola.
Martian Manhunter deciphered some Atlantean thoughts before they shut him out. They say Queen Mira is causing this war, and Aquaman is her devoted slave. Slave, huh? Anyone else find that suspicious?
Are you so eager to be enslaved?
We still need to destroy a few artifacts. Well, there's none here, so no point staying here. An easy way to escape, you jump into the water. Not many enemies can follow you here. It's kind of ironic, these are fish people, so you'd figure that if there's anyone who can follow you into water, it would be them. So we need 4 more artifacts. There's one there, one there. Luckily they spawn pretty quick, so it shouldn't take too long to get the remaining ones we need. That's a stone. Let's go over there. There's one over here.
Seize the Drylander.
And I don't see one here, so we'll go back here. There's a few here. So one fish, two fish is completed. Oh, we're going to get a new pair of boots and probably a new skill point. I guess I'm going to boost my might a bit. And let's go see them boots. Oh yeah, it's good boots. At least better than what I had. Oh, and we have a good ring also. Okay, let's continue. I'm not sure why the stones are still flagged as if we had the quest. It doesn't matter. Better to have them stones flagged for no reason than not to have them flagged at all. There you go. I just wanted to make sure that none of those Atlanteans would attack me while I was trying to take the points or the quest.
They draw
And
from a
I
greater
failed.
magic source located beneath the docks. Find that magic and destroy it.
There you go.
Those tide stones carry only minor magic. They draw from a greater magic source located beneath the docks. Find that magic and destroy it.
Okay, somehow I can't enter it. Might be because I have the wrong mission flagged. I'm not sure why. Usually you don't need.
Stop this invasion where it begins.
Usually you don't
March
need to
your
have the
men
mission
hunter
flagged
below the abandoned
to be able to
shipyards.
enter.
Perhaps together you can
Well, I
break
guess
through
you
to
do this
Aquaman
time.
and restore him to reason.
Okay, that's annoying a bit. Okay, let's try something. While I'm here, I may as well imprint my armory again. Let's go for the gear first. There we go. Technically, I should probably take Vitalization, but the critical attack damage is tempting. Crap, let's go with that. Not sure which power I'll take. Should I take? Oh yeah, I'll go for the. Essentially, this power will give us more vitalization and power. It's not that big a gain, especially considering later in the game like right now we have, how much do we have? We have 646 revitalization. I guess an extra 75 wasn't that bad after all. So we can imprint our new character. Let's go buy a few potions just to be sure. Unless I already have some in stock. Just one. Oh, and it's the wrong one. Oh, yeah, it's the wrong one. So let's buy a stack to get an even dozen. There's probably a few things I could get rid of, I suppose. This is a collection. Radar, we'll keep it for later. Some healer boots that I'll sell at the broker later. We're good, I suppose. So let's go to I think it's the shipping yard. Hopefully zoning out and zoning in will somehow fix the problem we had of trying to enter the mission. Maybe. But maybe not. And I hear something. Oh, there it is.
I'm Jack Ryder, and you are wrong. Why? Because Atlantis is rising, friend, and the fish people want this world back. They've claimed they're descendants of the original Magi's of Earth, and they've got the magic to turn us all into water-sucking slaves. Think you won't be spending your life as a muck-sucking guppy by the time they're through? Hate to break it to you, friend.
Oh yeah, so that was good enough to fix it. After a while, you learn the simple solutions to fix certain problems or certain bugs.
I cannot scan these Atlantean mines.
A quick fix for most things is to zone out and zone in. Like at some point, we would lose our loadout at the bottom of the screen. And an easy fix to try to get it back was to just loading out and loading in of an area. But at some point, that fix worked for a bit, but at some point it wouldn't work anymore. So you literally had to log out of the game and log back in. Which sadly with most group would mean that you wouldn't be able to get back into the mission. A few times I was able to say, hey guys, I lost my UI, my user interface. And I said, okay, if I log out and come back in. A few times people said, yeah, no problem. So I logged out, logged in, and they invited me back into the mission. But most time, if you try to do that, people will just let you go and replace you with someone else. There's not much you can do about that, sadly. Oh, hello, treasure chest. Oh yeah. Oh, and we got a ring, which I don't think. Yeah, I think it's the same ring I just sold like 5 seconds ago. So in here we have this thingy here to destroy, so that we can free the people that are trapped in, like this little guy. And sadly, this is as far as our disguise will take us.
We'll just have to fight until we reach Aquaman.
There's no real way to go about it. Usually I'll try to help my friend, the Martian Manhunter. So I'll beat up whoever's closest to him, and then I'll work my way around the room after that.
Aquaman and Mira are this way.
There
There
we
is
go.
something strange, though. I need to get closer.
Oh yeah. Let's free this little guy. And then let's take care of them. I think you excuse me just a second. I'll be right back. I think I have oh something in my eye. I'll be right back.
Sea Fury Arbs are, of course, the core munitions of the Atlantean army.
They destroyed the tides! Attack! Drylanders! Attack!
Aquaman and Mira are just ahead. I can only read their minds dimly through their magics. But I will tell you this, that woman is not Queen Mira. I cannot make out their thoughts. I must get closer. Follow me through the door. Arthur, please stop this madness. That is not Queen Mira. She lies.
Enough! This war will continue until the atrocities the surface dwellers have wrought against my kingdom have been avenged.
We must release Aquaman from this imposter's control, or his kingdom will savage the land.
This is my realm, and you are not welcome here! Even kings can live. Atlantis, and as king of the seven seas, I command you, Trident of Poseidon, strike down the enemies of Atlantis!
Goodbye, Arthur dear.
Circe, your cruel lie has gone far enough. Release Aquaman from your spell.
Scanning.
What happened? What? Mara! Not good enough. You did it. Even kings can bleed. Creatures of the deep waters, heed my thoughts. Your king calls you to attack.
Calculation complete.
Goodbye, Arthur dear.
Arthur, you must not use the Atlanteans to start this war. You must, or you will be destroyed.
Mera, my love, I will defend you. No one can withstand the might of the seas. What? What has happened? Where is Mera? Circe, what have you done with her, you witch?
Your queen is here, great Arthur. But if you do not abdicate your throne to me, she shall never swim the waves again.
No! In her name, I will smite you!
Dare you! Oh!
You dare! I condemn you to a watery grave!
How dare you!
For Atlantis!
Aquaman is free from my spell, but the victory is mine. The rift I have created between the Atlanteans and the surface world has weakened both your peoples. The damage is done.
I must thank you. Were it not for you, Triton knows what would have come of this deception. We must return to Atlantis at once, and tend to the damage Circe has caused among my people.
Aquaman is freed from Circe's cruel lie. Now that Queen Mera is again at his side, the war between land and sea should end.
Circe has made a lifelong enemy of the Atlanteans with this ruse. Her attempts to enslave the world under magical tyranny become more desperate. Thanks to you, her lies were revealed, and Aquaman freed from her deceit. Martian Manhunter is waiting for you, with our thanks.
Aquaman is freed from Cersei's cruel lie. Now that Queen Mera is again at his side, the war between land and sea should end.
So we've got a little undead situation at the University of Gotham. Felix Faust's Magians are draining souls from students, and zombies are overrunning the area. Talk to Captain Marvel in the Diamond District Police Station so we can put these souls to rest.